My name is Cindy Jepson, and I just decided to tell an experience that I had in life. It was actually like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and it starts with, who would have known that close friendships of grandparents from back near the early 1900s would result in my being able to experience the exhilarating heights atop the Mackinac Bridge that did not even exist back when their relationship started. My grandparents lived down by Pinckney near Brighton, and they had some really close friends. And my grandfather worked on the railroad, and their friends, he was a pastor. He was going to transfer up to Grand Ledge, and they were such good friends that they wanted my grandparents to come up to Grand Ledge with them, which they decided to do because my grandfather could transfer over on the railroad. So they did that. So they came to Grand Ledge in the early 1920s is when they came to Grand Ledge. That family had 13 children. My mom's family had 8 children, and they grew up together, going back and forth all the time in each other's houses, and they were just good friends. And one of them had a child that was my age, and we ended up being in the same kindergarten, same grade school in Grand Ledge. She was in the afternoon class, and I was in the morning class, so we were in opposite classes all the way through grade school. But we knew each other, and we went separate paths in high school, and we were never really close friends or anything. But we knew each other, and Grand Ledge is a small town, and I knew a lot of her family. And so we graduated, and she ended up working at the Department of Transportation in Lansing, and she ended up transferring to the Mackinac Bridge. And my mother loved to go up to the UP, and she couldn't go up to the Upper Peninsula unless I took her. So my son and I would take her up quite often, most summers. Well, my friend lived right on the Lake Superior, right across from a motel. So we would stay there 1 or 2 nights so we could visit. And one year she said, "Hey, Cindy, would you like to go up on the bridge?" And it's like, well, yes. Now, I have to back up just a little bit because at our class reunions are where we reconnected. So we just started kind of hanging out periodically with some mutual friends. And so I said, yes, I would love to go up on the Mackinac Bridge. She hated heights. I mean, she detested them. She would not ever go up there, but she said she would go. And this was back in the day before 9/11, so you could just say, "Hey, Jim, will you take us up on top of the bridge?" And it's like, "Oh, sure, yeah, give me a minute, you know." So we went, and there's a door to go inside to go up, and you take an elevator, and Connie went with me. And then you have to climb a long ways, just hand over hand on a small ladder, which we did. And she just hated it. Once she got up there, she just stood there pretty much planted, and boy, I was all over the place up there, because it is very high up there. It is 552 feet above the bottom of the bridge to the top, and then it's another 199 feet down to the water. So when you get up there, it's just exhilarating, because you can see so far. You can everything looks so small way down below. There was a huge ship that went underneath. And I was so grateful that she would take the time and overcome her fear to go up there as much as she detested it. My son was 12 at the time, and he was really dismayed because he could not go up. He had to be 15 years old. And I told him, "I'm not missing this opportunity because you can't go, I'm going." So I did, and I had a wonderful time, and I was so grateful. And it's like, who would have known the relationship of those two couples, now it's like 100 years ago, that would result in me being able to go atop the Mackinac Bridge that wasn't even around till the 50s. And so I was just really grateful, and it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I enjoyed it immensely. Thank you.
Thank you. That's probably one of the